going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 59 of The Road to Glory, here with FC United and Manchester. Since the last episode, played a lot more league games. It's been about a month and a half since the last episode, and today we have a tough home tie at Chelsea, who are second in the league. Let's have a look at the fixtures. First things first. In the last episode, we lost 1-0 in the League Cup to Norwich. Since then, played 6, won 3, lost 3. Started off this kind of sequence of results with a 2-0 win against West Brom. Really good stuff. Shane Barney and Weimann getting on the score sheet. Calandra sent off really late on. A little bit disappointing to see him get 2 yellows in the game, especially 2 minutes into added time. Really unnecessary. Marine went off injured as well. He's only just really coming back to full fitness. On the back of this, we struggled for a bit. You know, we had a sequence of 3 defeats in a row. The first one came against Newcastle, who, they're a solid team in the league, but they are around the same kind of league position as us. Looking at the stats, they did dominate the game. They probably deserved to win 2-1. Not a bad result, all things considering, and Shane Barney getting on the score sheet. On the back of this, we had to go to the Etihad Stadium, and we got a 2-1 defeat at the hands of Man City. Wasn't a bad result. We were 2-0 down in the first half. We got a goal back through Shane Barney. Looking at the stats, Manchester City bossed it, but you'd expect that from them, and it was good to see our defence kind of hold fairly firm again. I don't think we've conceded more than 3 goals this year, which is kind of a pretty good achievement, all things considering, because when you come up into the Premier League, you expect to get slaughtered 1 or 2 games, but we've not let that happen. On the back of this, we got a somewhat disappointing 2-0 defeat at QPR. They were just the better side, and on the back of this, I made some tactical changes, switching to a more direct style of play, trying to really pump the ball up on the counter-attack and get a few more men up the field. And this has paid dividends for us in the last 2 games. We got a 2-0 home win against Norwich, bit of payback for getting knocked out to them in the League Cup. Good win at Adney with the Man of the Match award. Really good result in the end. So 1-0 there, and then we went and got a 4-0 home win against Stoke. The biggest win we've had this year. 2 goals for Shane Barney, 2 for Weimann. Show you the highlights of this game, but this was really good stuff. Fulham of late has been injured, and he's still struggling with fitness. In fact, I'm not even sure if he's back from injury yet, but Weimann has more than stepped up, creating a lot of chances for us, and also scoring a few from up front alongside Shane Barney, which is good to see. This game, both Shane Barney and Weimann got a brace. Looking at the stats, we really didn't dominate this game, but what we did do was we were clinical. You know, Stoke had a lot more of the ball, you can see. They had 62% of possession, but they only managed 1 shot on target, whereas we had 6 shots, 5 on target and 4 were goals. You know, we took our chances when they came our way, and we created some really good goal-scoring opportunities, using the explosive pace of Weimann and Barney to break through kind of defences and really catch them out. You'll see a lot of the time it's just a big ball over the top to Barney, or Weimann, and then them just using their pace in the 1v1 situation to take the chance. And although it's not particularly nice football to watch, it's doing the job for us at the moment. So that's really good to see. So yeah, I mean, 3 wins and 3 losses, not bad. I mean, 9 points from 6 games, I'd take that. Still aiming for 40 points. You know, we in this first half of the season thus far, we have got lucky at times. You know, we've ridden our luck, and we've kind of got the rub of the green with a lot of chances. But all things considering, we are playing well. You know, there's been times where teams absolutely dominate us and we snatch 3 points or just a 1 point, and that's what we've got to keep doing. Obviously, I can't really expect us to do it as much as we are doing at the moment for the entire season, so it's important that we get as many kind of goals on the score sheet and get as many points as we can while we can. So 4-0 here was really good for our goal difference. Today we've got a tough tie against Chelsea, who are currently 4 points behind Manchester United with a game in hand. They've only lost 1 game all season. It's not going to be an easy tie by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll just see how we get on here. So, kicking things off, looking at our goal scorers, Shane Barney with 12, Weimann with 3, Affun with 1. We've never met Chelsea during this playthrough, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on against them today. The change to the tactics, as you can see on screen, Musavi's been out and I don't have a backup right wing back, so I've moved Glenn Shearer to right back. Thompson, the Jamaican lad, has come into centre back, and then Marine I've just pulled him back for the sake of symmetry. But that is our team. Let's see how we get on today against Chelsea. It's going to be a very tough tie for us, but it'll be interesting to see how we can get on. Who's this guy they have up front? They've got some crazy Nigerian regen here. Ayind Temil. looks like a pretty good Nigerian player. Gonna have to watch out for him. And then you've got Eden Hazard, Oscar, AU, Romu. Is that Romu? And then Leroy Fer. They've got some good players, Chelsea. You know, we've got to be aware to the threat. And I'm hoping that our getting men behind the ball and defending well is going to do us some good. As you can see, Peltola's not conceded in 200 minutes of consecutive football, which is good to see. And yeah, let's get straight into this. Let's see how we get on today. It's not going to be an easy game, as I've already said. Chelsea's never an easy game, but playing them in this kind of situation where they need to win in order to kind of keep alive their title hopes, it's going to be tough for us. I'm just hoping the players can play well. So, a half-decent team talk. Let's get straight into this. This is another tough tie. A lot of the live comms I've been doing so far this series, particularly in the league, have been tough ties. You know, we've got a home draw. No, wait, was it an away draw against Liverpool? I can't remember. We drew against Liverpool 0-0, and we only lost to Man U 1-0. So that's not bad. Hopefully we can keep that going. And wow, really unfortunate goal to concede there. I think that deflected off one of our players and actually hit the back of the net, which is slightly unfortunate. All came from that big throw into the box, which we didn't fully clear. Hazard with the long range shot. I think this takes a wicked deflection. It does, and ends up in our goal, which is a little bit disappointing to see, especially so early on in the game. We've got to make sure we defend well now and really try and stabilise. And as I say that, they grab a second after 10 minutes. This is not looking good for us. This is what I fear. You know, whenever you come up into the Premier League, you have 2 or 3 games every season where you really get schooled by a team. You really get slaughtered. And it's now our job with our 5-man defence to ensure we don't concede and that we just do ourselves justice and give ourselves a proud performance here at home. But you can see, looking at the stats, Chelsea in complete control of the game at the moment, but we are now 30 minutes in and are yet to score a goal, so maybe that's good. Glenn Stewart's injured though, which is not ideal. I'm going to have to bring in Perrine to play right back, even though I don't think I have anyone who can actually play right back, so that's not great. That's really not what I wanted, but we'll see how we get on here. I've just got to rotate a few players around. Not the best situation to be in, obviously. Having an injury to Glenn Stewart, one of our commanding players, but we've got a chance here from the set piece. Hits the crossbar, and is it Courtois? I don't even know. Courty. I know that guy plays for. I think he plays for Chelsea at the moment. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure he went to Chelsea. Collects the ball for them, but now they've got a chance. AU, we've got to stop the run. Good tackle. Bit of intricate play. Can we set free Barney or Weimann to potentially just get out and grab a goal before half-time? That's what I'm looking for, really. You know, Weimann and Barney are both 2 very similar clinical strikers. They've got really good pace. They're going to kind of lurk behind a defensive line, and there's Weimann grabbing a goal for us to make it 2-1. Really good stuff there, really good finish. Somewhat against the run of play, but we've taken that chance as it's come our way, and that's all we can do here. Little bit of mistake by the defence, and Weimann with his pace there to capitalise, and a really tidy finish in the end against Courtois. Courtois? I swear it's Courtois, or so, it's something like that. I know someone's going to be screaming in the comments, Jack, you can't even say his name. And I'm sorry to that person, I've let you down. I'm going to just tell the guys they've been unlucky so far. You've been unlucky so far, everyone gets motivated. For some reason, telling your players they've been unlucky, even when they've not, they just seem to react well, so not a bad team talk. Still only 2-1, so potentially a way back into this game with that late goal, but we've got to remain firm at the back. You know, I'd really like to keep the record of having only conceded 2 goals per game, like as a maximum, but it's going to be tough against this Chelsea side. Incredibly attacking side, and we've got to clear this here, and they've scored it. Temil, the Nigerian forward who I identified as a threat, and that's his 100th league goal of his career. Wow, he must have a pretty good career at the age of 23 to have 100 league goals. That was a good goal by him in the end, you know, a bit disappointing by us. Adani perhaps should have done better there, but in the end, really good finish by him. Temil showing some good strength to muscle off Adani in the area, and 30 minutes left, 3-1 down. Not the best result, but you know, we're still in there at the end of the day, and 3-1, at least in my eyes, is respectable. I feel as if to score against Chelsea is good, and I would have taken it if you'd offered me at the start of the game. Let's make some subs, let's rotate some players to keep happiness in the squad high. Just going to swap around our 2 centre mids. Give Peltari and Caudelin, is it Caudelin? I can't remember. Just give them a chance to kind of have a break. 30 seconds left. I think that's all she's wrote in terms of this game, unless we can get a very late consolation goal. But I don't know, 3-1, not necessarily the worst result in the world kind of thing. I would have taken that if you'd offered me at the start of the game. Obviously, you never know against these kind of games. Sometimes you'll get absolutely kind of hammered. Sometimes you'll just grab the one goal that you need to win. Today, Chelsea were the better side, performed better. We got into the game a little bit more in the second half, but it was not a bad result, and I think we played okay. So, quick look at the league table for you guys, so you can see what is what with the league. 16 games played. We find ourselves 8th place in the league, but there's a lot of teams with a lot of games in hand below us, so I expect us to slip into the lower mid-table areas, but still not a bad kind of start to our first season in the Premier League. Good stuff. Looking at our up-and-coming fixtures, we've got 4 fixtures in 10 days. I think the next video will be Liverpool on the 1st of February, just because I don't want to do the videos together too soon. I would do the Man U game, but it's only in 3 games' time, and that just seems like a little bit too soon. So Liverpool at home will be the next fixture you guys see. It'll be in February. Hopefully I can bring in some players in the winter break. And no, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video as always. Good stuff, I feel as if we should be okay now in this league. Looking at our goal scorers, Barney and Vyman grabbing a few. Georgiadis is out on loan, grabbing some goals whilst he's on loan at Torquay, which is good to see. But yeah, I think that's everything for this episode. Guys, as always, give the video a cheeky like. If you've got any comments regarding the series, leave them down below. I'll get back to you as always. And other than that, it's me, Jack, and I'm out, guys. I'll talk to you in a bit.